Now let's have a look at inverse proportion. Before you start, make sure you know what direct proportion is and how you can solve questions involving it. Simply, inverse variation or inverse proportion is when one variable is directly proportional to the reciprocal of the other. Now here's a reminder, if we have a number a, the reciprocal will be 1 over that number. So 1 over a is the reciprocal. Don't think about that like this though. Think of inverse variation being when one thing increases, the other decreases. So for example, speed and time. Because we know that if you increase your speed and you run faster, the time it takes you to run that distance will be less. So speed and time are inversely proportional. Let's solve an inverse proportion question. A is inversely proportional to B, and when A is 20, B is 2. So we need to find B when A is 12. So the first thing we need to do is write out our proportion statement, which in this case will be, as we know, if they're inversely proportional, then we can say that A is directly proportional, using our alpha sign, to the reciprocal of B. Now to write this as an equation, we need to use our constant of proportionality, K, the thing that makes A and B different. So let's write this out. It'll look like this. A is equal to K divided by B. This is our equation. Now to find K, the constant of proportionality, we need to sub in our numbers. So we know that when A is 20, B is 2. So we're going to write A is K over 2. Now we need to solve the equation. To find K, we need to multiply both sides by 2. So we'll get K is equal to 20 times 2, and K will be 40. So that's the first part done. Now we need to rewrite the equation. So we'll have A is equal to 40 divided by B. Now, if we look at the question, we need to find out what B is when A is 12. So we're going to sub in A for 12, and we'll get 12 is equal to 40 divided by B. Now let's solve the equation. We'll times both sides by B, so that we get 12B is equal to 40. And then we'll divide both sides by 12 to get that B is equal to 40 over 12, which is simply written as 10/3, or you could write it as 3.33, etc., or you can do a recurring sign. So that's our answer, and that's how you do inverse proportion questions. In the next video, we're going to do a few more difficult proportion questions which involve squares and square roots.